Okay, I hope you're as ready as we are here in Halmstad, Sweden, for this final between Yolanda Matarans, Spain, and Jessica Johansson from Sweden. I'm sure we're gonna have a really nice final between those two delicate players performing top petanque during the quarter and semi-final. Jessica Johansson led her semi-final all the way, had at one time leading 10 points to 2 against Sandy Decker. No, sorry, Natasha Kaszamerska from Belgium. Won, and in the end with 13 points to 10. Yolanda Matarans won her semi-final with big numbers. Very good start from Yolanda, pointing the leader 3 or 4 decimeters in front of the jack, a little bit to the right. Yolanda had a very easy win in the semi-final, 13-4. Against Poland. It's a little bit too long, that first pointing from Jessica. Stops bottom meter behind the jack. Maybe she is a little bit nervous playing on her home ground in front of a lot of fans. Maybe feeling the expectations from the audience. Second pointing from Jessica Johansson. It's a little bit long as well, but maybe it's good enough for taking the lead. She's not sure. Or is she? Yes, she is. Still a Spanish leader. Now we're going to see Jessica Johansson's third and final bowl in this first round of the final in the European Championship singles for women. Bit wide to the left, I guess. I don't think that's good enough for taking over the lead either. Well, she's leaving Yolanda Matarans with 2 bowls left to play. It could be 1, 2, or 3 points. Weight short, 7 or 8 decimeters to the jack. She just had to forget that one and focused on the third and last bowl in this round. That's well played by Yolanda, taking 2 points in this first round of the European championship final. 2-0 lead for Yolanda Matarans from Spain. Two points to nothing for Yolanda Matarans. The first round. Weak start by Jessica. I think she either point very good or use her abilities to shoot. Both Jessica and Yolanda is very good shooters. It's a very good first pointing from Yolanda again. A little bit wide to the right, 3 or 4 decimeters maybe. That's very good pointing from Jessica Johansson. It's important for Jessica to put pressure on Yolanda, not giving her easy rounds like the first one. She's short, bounces. And Yolanda chooses to point her third and last bowl in this round. Yeah, that's a very good bowl from Yolanda. Very good defensive. I'm not sure whether that last bowl from Yolanda is a leader or not, but Jessica chooses to point. So I assume Jessica has 1 point for sure, pointing for more. Jessica Johansson, a little bit of luck in that point. She's touching the Spanish bowl in front of the jack, but passing with a narrow margin. Two points for Jessica Johansson, in which she has equalized the final 2 points to 2. Very good first pointing by Jessica Johansson. She has the lead 3 decimeters in front of the jack, a little bit to the right. Yolanda's first pointing was poor. Almost a meter right of the jack. That's much better from Yolanda Mataranz, pointing a leader at the left of the jack. This is the first shot from Jessica Johansson in the final. Yes. Very nice shot. The audience cheers Jessica for that performance. And it's a very good pointing with her third and last bowl this round. That's a tricky situation for Jessica Johansson. Yolanda point a leader just besides Jessica's only bowl on the court. This is a hard situation. Yes, she don't dare to shoot in that moment. She tries to point, not risking the Spanish player to get more than 1 point. One point for Yolanda Mataranz. She takes a small lead in this final, 3 points against 2. On 9 meters. Both players seems to prefer to play long, throwing the jack between 9 and 10 meters. As we saw in the semi-final, Jessica Johansson plays her very best at this distance, but I'm pretty sure Yolanda do as well. Fantastic pointing by Yolanda Mataranz, the defending world champion for women's single. Fantastic good pointing. First shot from Jessica was a little bit short. Bounce, and how she's focusing on pointing. It's a little chance she maybe has a leader against the Spanish bowl. The Spanish bowl is a little bit to the right of the jack and a little bit behind. It's a small gravel something. It turns direction, stops a little bit wide to the right. She has to perform a really good point right now, not to give Yolanda a too easy task. She plays it too hard. She touched the Spanish leader, but just a little bit. And now Yolanda Mataranz has a pretty good opportunity to point 2 or 3 points in this round, I believe. Very, very good pointing by Yolanda. 2 points for sure, with a possibility for another one. Absolutely well played by Yolanda Mataranz, taking 3 points and enlarging her lead by 3 points. 6 points to 2. It's okay. Point from Yolanda. Not her best, but still good enough for making some trouble for Jessica, maybe. That's too short. More than a meter too short, as a matter of fact. That's not what Jessica Johansson needs to put pressure on Yolanda. She needs to do great performance if she wants to have a chance in this final. Much better. Very, very good pointing by Jessica Johansson, Sweden. That's exactly what she need. She can't afford to do mistakes like the first point. She has to put pressure on every bowl in every round against Yolanda Matarans. Yeah. Nice shot from Yolanda. Very, very good by Jessica. Pointing a new leader, but that was her third and last bowl in this round, and Yolanda has one bowl left to play. That's a tiny hit. I'm not sure it's good enough. It's either 1 point to Spain or Sweden, we'll see. We'll see the umpire, Roger Smedenfeld, for the first time in this final.
Kaffekopp eller?
Vad var det för något? We had a little bit of an accident. Yep, that's point for Yolanda, enlarging her lead in the final to 7 points to 2. We'll see if Jessica Johansson can gear up a little bit. Right now it's a great advantage for Yolanda Matarans from Spain, and that's another very, very good first pointing by Yolanda. Now, I think the Swedish fans want Jessica Johansson to put out some exceptional skills, maybe a Kero or something like that. Wide left, as a matter of fact, it's almost 2 decimeter wide left. That's not the Jessica Johansson we're used to see. Maybe she's a little bit nervous. pointing bowl is too short, 7 or 8 decimeter in front of the jack, a little bit to the right. Now she has to perform a really good point, otherwise Yolanda has a great opportunity to point high score. That's too hard. Oh, no. Jessica Johansson definitely needs to find something in her game will turn this game in her favor. Right now it's one player in the field, that's Yolanda Mataranz from Spain. Very, very good from Yolanda Mataranz. She's performing world-class petanque right now. Her pointing game is absolutely fabulous. She has no problem by pointing 3 points in this round, enlarging her lead to 10 points. 10 points to 2. And the audience tried to share Jessica up a little bit. And Yolanda Mataranz keeps on pointing bowl after bowl after bowl in absolutely high class, giving Jessica Johansson a really hard game, putting a lot of pressure on the Swede. It would be great to see a little more resistance from Jessica, giving the Spanish lady a fight about the title. It's a bit wide to the right. Second bowl of this round, another pointing. This has to be a leader, Jessica Johansson. Looking better. No, it's too short. Aye. Suddenly she has to make a almost perfect bowl with the last bowl in this round. Otherwise, there is a risk. This is the last round in the final. That's too hard. And she leaves the track to Yolanda Matarans, and Yolanda has, matter of fact, pretty good opportunity to finish this game already. I think this wasn't what Jessica or the Swedish fans expected. This final could be over in just a couple of minutes. Yolanda Matarans 1 point for sure, with the possibility to reach 13 points. But she has to point both of her points. Nope, that's way, way, way too short. Jessica maybe sigh a little bit, aware of she has one final opportunity to change this game to her favor. Yep, that's 2 points for Yolanda. 12 to 2 point leading for the Spanish defending world champion. Jessica Johansson is taking some advice from her coach, David Ledantek, and I believe she needs every good advice that you can find. Stålhallen, Halmstad, Sweden. And it's the European Championship singles for the final for the female, for the women. Yolanda Matarans. She had pointed world-class first pointing during all the game. Lost 2 points in the second round, otherwise she has been the star of this final. Yes, it's a good leader. Buena Yolanda, her coach screams from the corner. For all of us who wants to have an exciting final, we all hope for Jessica Johansson to point a really good first pointing. It's now or never. Oh, it's 2 meters short. It's obviously Jessica Johansson has a hard time to perform good enough for this final. That's much better. Yeah, it's good enough. It's a leader. But you have to ask yourself the question, is it good enough? Yolanda Mataran's 2 bowls, Jessica 1. It's a very good shot. Possibly it's the gold shot, because if Jessica Johansson don't point a leader, the final is over. And still, if she does, Yolanda has 1 bowl left to end the final. No, it's not good enough. We have a European champion in the women's single from Spain, Yolanda Mataranz. She can entitle herself defending world champion, defending a European champion. She is probably the best women petanque player in the world right now. Most impressive, Yolanda Mataranz, Spain. Of course, a big disappointment for Jessica Johansson. I know she wanted to perform a good final, but losing it by 13-2, I don't think it was in her mind. Of course, some disappointment among the audience as well, but still Jessica Johansson has performed world class all the way throughout to this final. She should be satisfied with that silver medal. It's a fantastic performance for the Swede. A silver medal in a European Championship is not something that Sweden has. Okay, I'm a little bit unsure about the men's final. It's 3:30 p.m. 4:30. It's time for the men's final. So stay tuned, and we'll be back soon. 3:30. I'm sorry, I put the wrong clock. It's 3:30, nothing else. 3:30. Stay tuned to watch the men's final 3:30. It's the correct